Hey guys, I'm Londi. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today I'm going to actually talk about confidence as a plus size woman and how I got to be where I am as far as my confidence is concerned. Now, I'll just say, I'm still on a journey as far as being more confident, but I can definitely say I am more confident now than I have ever been. So, if you are plus size, how many times have you heard the compliment like, wow, you are so confident? I know that people mean it, in a good way. It is meant to be a compliment, but it's like, why wouldn't I be? And it's almost like it's surprising for people to see a plus size person be confident because it's like they're not expected to be. Unfortunately, it can be the case. There are a lot of people, straight size or plus size, who do have issues with their confidence. I was one of them. Now, going back, I can say as a kid, even throughout middle school and high school, I was pretty confident. I did have, people who talked about me and made fun of me, called me fat and that kind of thing. But I didn't really let it stop me from doing what I wanted to do. I still tried out for the cheerleading team. I was still on the step team. I tried out for softball when I was in elementary. I tried out for the track team. Like, I pretty much did what I wanted to do, and so there were times, and there still are times, where I felt and feel insecure, but I didn't let it stop me from going after the things that I wanted to do. But it seems that as I got older, it's like the words of the people who made fun of me, or me feeling invisible, me feeling rejected, it started to really diminish my self-esteem, and my confidence started to really go down, down, down. I started noticing that the boys wanted my friends and not me. And so that nicked at my confidence a little bit. And every time that I was ignored, every time that I was talked about, I started to really internalize those things. And I started to believe them. I started to believe that I didn't matter as much as anybody else. I really started to believe that I had to wait until I lost weight to really live my life. The majority of my conversations were like, when I lose weight, I'm going to do this. When I lose weight, I'm going to do that. When I lose weight, I'll be in a relationship. When I lose weight, I'll be happier. Like, everything was centered about weight because I really truly believed that I was not going to ever be happy until I lost weight. And then to have that thought and then still struggle to lose weight is just a whole nother thing. It got so bad that I became a catfish, y'all. And I can't even believe I'm telling y'all this. But if you ever heard of the MTV show Catfish, where people act like there's somebody else online, I went through that in college. I don't know if you guys remember Yahoo Chat. It was like right when chatting online became a thing. It became more popular. And so I remember using other people's pictures because I wanted that attention. I wanted to feel wanted. I wanted to feel like somebody liked me. I wanted that. And so I was willing to lie, be somebody else in order to get that. What's funny is that one of the guys that I was talking to the most back then, we actually catfished each other. We're actually still friends now. But it was bad. I didn't want to be me. I wanted to be somebody else. And so basically, I just wanted to tell you a few ways that I was able to get out of that and to start really building up my confidence again. So how did I get to the place now where I'm able to just put myself out there on YouTube? The first thing that I did was go to counseling. There were so many thoughts that I had about myself that were not right. They were wrong. In the Bible, it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And so the way that you think That's what you become. And so I had to go to counseling and really undo a lot of those thoughts. They were wrong. Like I said, I had internalized other people's words about me and I made them my own. And so when I did that, I started to act the way that I thought. I started to be less confident. I started to hide myself. I became much more like socially awkward because I just didn't feel like I mattered. I didn't think people saw me. I didn't think people would care. I didn't think I mattered as much as I should have. And going to counseling was one of the best decisions I ever made. And that's honest. Now, I will say there were a couple counselors that I went to that they were not good. But the one that I ended up with, she was amazing. She really was able to see things from the outside looking in. And she helped me to start to pinpoint those thoughts. Like, I couldn't really pinpoint my emotions. I had buried them so much, so I didn't really allow myself to feel. And she helped me to really like start to pay attention to how I feel, things that made me feel bad, things that made me feel good, and also to really pay attention to the way that I thought. There are a lot of thoughts that we have that we don't even really pay attention to. They've been there for so long, it just becomes normal to us. But if you want to change, you have to change the way that you think. And so counseling really, really helped me to do that. Something else that really helped me was to start writing positive things about myself. One of my best friends told me to do that a while ago, and it really helped. Like, I started writing down every good trait, every good quality that I had about myself, and it really started to make me look at myself differently. Like, wow, like, and it made me realize how unique I am. And not only did I write them down, I started to speak them out loud. I have 3 pages taped up on my wall in my bedroom. And so I would just read them every morning as I was getting ready for work. I would read these things out loud about me, and I started to internalize them and I started to believe them. So I'll even read you one of the pages. You can take it as your own if you want. It says, "You are beautiful inside and out. There is no one else like you. You are rare, uncommon. God created you and there is only one of you. Yes, you are different because you are unique. Different is good. God made you and he loves you just the way you are." The more that I read that, the more I believed it. And I do believe it. And sometimes, you don't feel the words at first, but your feelings will catch up later. Read them, start to really internalize them. Even now, what I'll do sometimes, like, I'll be looking in the mirror and I'll start picking myself apart. I'm looking at my stomach and I'm looking at this and I'm looking at that. And I'll have to say out loud, but I'm still beautiful. Arlanda, you're still cute. Like, that's fine. Some days I may not feel as good as others, but I have to say to myself, you're still beautiful. You're still this, you're still that. You have to do that. You have to interrupt those thoughts and you have to replace them with something positive. And I promise you, it really does work. If you do it consistently, you will see a change in yourself, in the way that you think about yourself and in the way that you view yourself. The last thing that I started to do was to do things afraid. Even looking at me starting this channel, like, I have been talking about starting my YouTube channel for years. But if I can be honest, I was scared. I came up with all of these excuses. I didn't have the right equipment. I don't have the right background. I don't have the right this. I don't have the right that. But really, I was just scared. I don't want to be judged. I mean, who wants to be judged, right? And so when you put yourself out there, you really don't know what you're going to get back. But it's worth it because I feel like Not only am I helping other women, I feel like this is also helping me. And so I had to be willing to take that risk, to take that chance. It may not be a YouTube channel. If it is, start one. I'm telling you, I really wish that I would have done it sooner. But if it's, something smaller, I know maybe you don't like wearing your arms out, but you want to start wearing your arms out, you want to start doing that. You want that freedom. And so the only way that you're going to be able to do it is really to do it. You just have to do it, and you have to do it even though it's uncomfortable for you. The more that you do it, the more you'll get used to it. If it's wearing a swimsuit or a bikini at the beach, do that. If you want to start traveling more after the Rona, do that. It's just, you really can't. There's no other way. You really just have to put yourself out there and do it. Sometimes it's scary, but it's worth it. The more you do these things that you're afraid to do, the more confident you'll be, because you'll see the change in yourself. You'll start to see like, wow, like I'm really doing this. And that'll build up confidence. The more you do these things, the more they'll become second nature to you. And you'll be able to do it without giving it another thought. So I hope you found value in this video, guys. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and for some reason I just kept putting it off. But I'm glad that I was able to sit down and do it. I hope that this does help you in your confidence journey wherever you are. I hope that it does give you some inspiration. Speaking of confidence, my next haul is going to be a swimsuit haul, and I am nervous about it, but I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and push through and do it. And so that'll be out for you guys next week. If you want to see that video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. I have some really good hauls coming out, and you definitely don't want to miss them. Alright guys, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.